September now, meaning we're technically in fall. So today, I'll be going through the 10 best fall opening weekends ever domestically. I'll try and do this for the seasons we enter for the 5 seasons, next seasons. So number 10, Halloween from 2018. This had an opening weekend of about $76 million in the U.S. and ended up making $255 million. If you don't, Halloween is basically the Michael Myers movies. Apparently, this one is supposed to be good. I've never seen it for myself. Then number 9 is a very recent one, 2023's Five Nights at Freddy's, which opened to about $80 million domestically and ended up and grossed at the end $290 million. I think this is in the top 15 highest grossing horror movies. Yeah. I know probably a lot of fans of the video game went to see this movie. It's currently, as of right now, it's Blumhouse's highest grossing movie. Number 8 is Venom, an absolute banger. When this movie debuted, it was number 1 for its month, October. Venom made $80 million in opening weekend. Yeah. I know. The reviews for this movie, just like Five Nights at Freddy's, are actually awful. Venom is at a 30%. My response to those critics, I mean, man, I really disagree with you. Venom ended up grossing $856 million and spawned a trilogy. A great one, for that matter. Then number 7 is The Conjuring Last Rites. Guys, The Conjuring Last Rites came out last weekend, and it's already bigger than Venom. Guys, how do we explain this? Anyway, The Conjuring Last Rites had an opening weekend of $84 million. This is the third best opening weekend for a horror movie, period, in the U.S. Only behind the 2 It movies, and well, we know how good those movies did, both quality-wise and box office-wise. I think it has among the biggest horror debuts worldwide. Then number 6, Venom Left to Be Carnage, another banger. My God. This movie opened to $90 million globally. It only ended up grossing $506 million. Yes, I remember the exact amount. I think, but it came out still. The theaters were recovering from the pandemic. It also had a literal James Bond a week after. So yeah. Number 5 is It Chapter 2. This movie has the third best September debut. It grossed $91 million in domestic opening weekend. Yeah, that was at the time of its release. I remember on a box office article it said 4th best R-rated debut. Anyway, yeah, it scored. And yeah, it's the second best debut for a horror movie. Number 4 is Taylor Swift: The Eras Tour. Yes, I'm actually saying this. The Taylor Swift Eras Tour movie beat It Chapter 2, Venom 2, the new Conjuring movie, Venom, F&F, and Halloween. And not to mention the big October and September movies that didn't make it to the list, like Shang-Chi, Venom: The Last Dance, The Martian. I think Black Adam counts as a flop. Yeah. Well, it grossed $93 million in opening weekend, and man, I guess these Taylor Swift fans are strong, because those Taylor Swift fans caused this movie to have the second largest October debut in the history of humanity. What? Wow. And overall, the movie only ended up grossing about $270 million. I think no. Technically, it's the third lowest on this chart after Halloween's $255 million and The Conjuring Last Rites $187 million. I mean, The Conjuring Last Rites just came out. Then number 3, Joker, my personal pick for the best fall movie ever. This movie opened to $96 million. To this day, it is the highest I think it's the highest grossing fall movie by the total amount of box office. But opening weekends, movies can have great opening weekends but terrible totals, or it can have terrible opening weekends and great totals. Like The Greatest Showman had Well, whatever. I'm off point. Anyway, Joker opened to $96 million domestic, and at the time of release became the highest grossing R-rated movie at $1 billion. And yeah, became an absolute banger. Number 2 is Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice from last year. This one I wouldn't put it at number 2 of all full, but it is still a great movie. This movie had made $111 million domestically in opening weekend. This movie was number 1, I remember, for like 3 weeks in a row. Almost all of September 2024. Yeah, the movie ended up grossing about $450 million and is, I believe, the 4th biggest September release ever. Sorry, on that video I was inaccurate. I kind of forgot about Hotel Transylvania 2's existence. Yeah, but I'm sorry, guys. That should say it. Let's just change that. I'm sorry, guys. Yes, I use slides for my videos. I try to hide it from you all the time, but I think I've exposed it like twice. Anyway, it had an opening weekend of $123 million back in 2017. That was both the biggest September debut of all time, beating the previous record holder, Hotel Transylvania 2. But it was the biggest fall debut of all time. It went on to gross $700 million worldwide, become the highest grossing horror movie, and if you've watched this movie, you know how good it is. That will be all for today's video on the 10 best fall opening weekends ever, and this is domestically. I really wish I had worldwide data, because I much prefer worldwide than domestic. But I can only get so much. Drop down in the comments what you thought would be on this list. Honestly, some of these I'm shocked by. So, check out my channel for more content like this, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye.